What's up and welcome back to the channel. The name is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for future uploads. Thank you. So a while ago, Grace Randolph came out with some rumours that Pedro Pascal had left the set of The Mandalorian and pretty much the whole production. I posted a video about this, and whilst it was a rumour, it was to be taken with a massive grain of salt. And when you look at the individual that Grace Randolph is, it's no surprise why you should actually take this stuff as rumour. After 20 seconds of cringe-inducing stuff, this is the type of person that has gotten an interview with Zack Snyder. It's unbelievable stuff. Now, we're going to go through some of the things that she said in relation to The Mandalorian, and as we're going through the video, keep that in mind, that video itself. So here's little old me, blocked. Now, why am I blocked from Grace Randolph? Well, it's very simple. She decided to sign a contract with Rooster Teeth. Now, for anybody that's in the know, they are an SJW company. They are a company that is responsible for the very overweight Wonder Woman that we've recently had there, that was in a comic supposedly supporting Wonder Woman 1984. And then they are also responsible for Transformers on Netflix, which is complete woke SJW feminist garbage. I was critical of this, and here we are. Now, this is an individual with a lot of followers, and little old me seems to upset her and gotten on her feelings, but interesting stuff. So this is the type of weak-minded individual that you're dealing with. So here we have Grace Randolph's comments here, and she says, "I'm 1000% not wrong on this. Nothing could shake my confidence in what I reported, because I know it to be true, and the lack of discussion of filming season 2, plus episodes without Mando, which is actually a lie now that we realise now, are further proof that I'm correct." Well, you're wrong, because all of the episodes featured Mandalorian, featured him quite heavily in fact, and as a result, what you had said was a complete and utter lie, particularly in the finale of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Now, this video will go into spoilers, so just letting you know on that one if you haven't seen it yet. So she's talking about this type of nonsense there, and then as these episodes are coming out and her narrative is starting to unwind, she was saying that midway through the season there was a shift. It was going to move towards a different character taking over. That didn't happen. Mando is still there. And as these episodes started to roll out, you started to see the excuses being made. These weirdo excuses that she tries to put out and blame others, really. But that is the behaviour of an SJW. They will look around and blame someone else rather than looking inside and saying, well, hands up, I was wrong about that one, sorry. This is just furthering to damage her reputation, really, if anything else. Look, I'll never retract my Pedro Pascal story, because it's true. Pedro Pascal's been promoting this show anyway, so was Jon Favreau. I'm glad behind the scenes drama hasn't affected season 2 so far. Kudos to Favreau and Filoni for protecting it. Well, I mean, Favreau is a consummate professional, Filoni not so much. They didn't announce the Boba Fett show yesterday, even though it's filming. Is he the star of Mando 3? No. Again, another thing that was incorrectly predicted by Grace, supposedly a person that was in the know. How did she not know if Boba was season 3 star or if he had his own show? Quite unusual, that one, isn't it? Credit to these images as well too from Bowling at the comics. She says then, "I've proven myself with sources many times, including just yesterday. My job is to keep you in the loop." Well, you're doing more spoof than you are keeping people in the loop. "I genuinely hope everything was or will be worked out with Pascal. He's fabulous on The Mandalorian. He deserves that success and plenty more." Well, if you check out some of the videos that I've done on him, particularly the one where he tried to make sure that his feelings were known in terms of the recent election, that he thought Trump supporters were very much akin to the Yazis in the 1930s, 1940s Germany. That's the type of guy that Pascal is, so very close eye has to be kept on him also. And like I said, these people eat their own, these SJWs. She then goes on to say, "My report, which I stand by, was in support of Pascal, and he handled this question as a pro." What's this talking about? Well, Aaron Carr here says something that may interest you. Pedro Pascal just got asked a Mandalorian question about wearing the mask and rumours on live UK TV just now. Pascal just said no problem. There was no issue whatsoever. So again, it puts the ball back into Grace Randolph's court. You see some of the stuff that's been said by Jon Favreau saying that the character will return, and the character that we all know and love. And then you have Pascal saying this. So this is kind of, in my opinion, it's like a middle finger to Grace Randolph from what it seems from the inside of this company. Now we do know that these people are watching YouTube channels, they are watching the YouTube videos. We've had Pascal commenting on other YouTubers' videos. We have Gina Carano who's very supportive of the YouTubers who are supportive of her, and she is an absolute fan favourite. I absolutely love her. And you have Pascal that has commented on certain videos, and he's commented to certain people as well that were critical of him. So interesting stuff there. These people are watching there. They're clearly wanting some entertainment while all of this nonsense is happening in the world. She says then, it's a business. People said Whedon was great to work with on Justice League when it came out to protect the film. Right, okay, that's a separate statement there that you mentioned. You're talking about Ray Fisher. So Ray Fisher has only recently come out crying when this whole narrative of BLM has started to emerge, where people think that they can cancel other people just because they felt like they were slighted. The only reason why this is happening to Joss Whedon now is because of this movement. Look, we've had it in Ireland recently where Versatile were nearly cancelled because of the lies of an individual from Erica Cody. So what you're getting to see here is much more on a grander scale, where these companies are starting to hit the panic button, and rather than stand by people, the likes of Jeff Johns, the likes of Joss Whedon, they are hitting the panic button and they are believing what these people are saying with unsubstantiated claims. Ray Fisher hasn't come out and said exactly what had happened. We'll wait and see on that one. If Whedon's guilty, absolutely he should be brought to task on that one. But if Fisher is telling lies, he should be brought to task on that one. That's the way I would look at it. I just hope Star Wars treats Pascal like the asset he is going forward. Listen, again, because he's an SJW and she's an SJW, she's talking Pascal up. I don't think most people would care too much if Pascal was removed in future seasons. I think it's primarily a voice acting job, bar the 2 or 3 times he's taken off the helmet, and I think he is very much so replaceable. You've seen Boba Fett turn up. To me, my interest was very much so in Boba Fett. I couldn't really care less really about the Din Djarin character. Is that to do with Pascal's outbursts on social media? Yeah, definitely. But also I think that Boba Fett is an interesting character. It's a character that, if Disney were wise, they would definitely pursue. And I felt even at season 2 of The Mandalorian, I felt that Din Djarin's sort of story was kind of wrapped up nicely. So if they make a season 3 with him, I'd be interested to see what way they decide to go with that one. Next up here then, we have Grace Randolph then again. She decided to quote Cathy Yan. So Cathy Yan was the director of Birds of Prey. That was an absolute flop. And Grace is talking about, I told you guys, massive reshoots largely to take out the Pix storyline and add more action via Chad Stahelski. Chad Stahelski, in my opinion, should be directing the Boba Fett TV show because he's done John Wick. I think he would make a sick director for Boba Fett. So Chad Stahelski for Boba Fett. You heard it here first. I would love to see that. Now that's not a scoop. I'm not like Grace. I'm not gonna come out and talk spoof. She says, I'm surprised Yan would jump on this bandwagon though. Birds of Prey very well reviewed by critics, not by fans, and has a very strong fan base that vehemently defends film as is DCEU. Most people with a functioning brain didn't like that movie whatsoever, and it's essentially been wiped from canon. So see what I'm talking about. Grace is an SJW. She wants to peddle these type of narratives. Absolute nonsense. Cathy Yan herself then actually came back and said, excuse me, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's fascinating you would deem to try when you weren't part of the process whatsoever. So she's had to been spanked back then by a person that's actually involved in the production. So to me, the interview with Jon Favreau and the interview with Pedro Pascal is sort of a message, a roundabout message of telling her, hey, you know nothing about what's going on here, shut your mouth. So it's very funny when you see this sort of stuff happening, because people have been cooped up indoors now for so long, particularly with these celebrities, and they are getting the chance now to come out and have enough time to see this sort of nonsense floating around and then make their own call on what they're going to say, and it's made for interesting stuff. So last but not least here, we have a picture here from Disney Star Wars is Done. And Randolph then tweets out, final Pascal tweet. Another source just reached out to me. Turns out reason Pascal was asked to leave the set is far more serious than I'd originally heard. It was not the helmet issue. Since it's so serious, I didn't ask for the reason because I want to stay out of it. Done. So this is basically your trust me bro type of quote. This is nonsense. If you have a piece of information, release it. What is the information? If it's the case, then we should all know. If you're so in the know, tell people this is what you're supposed to be doing as a quote unquote journalist, quote unquote reporter, quote unquote scooper. So either you've been told not to say anything, which is highly unlikely because given the fact that we've looked through some of the tweets and you actually know nothing about what you're talking about, this to me is a trust me bro, don't ask me again. And when you see some of the other tweets that is on our timeline, you do see her being like, I'm done, I'm over this, I'm moving on. Usually if somebody's honest and upfront and has the right information, they won't want to move on. They will be like a dog with a bone. So this person here now knows that they've been caught out. They're trying to move her on and sweep her under the carpet and make sure they move on with new content and make sure that you're just consuming stuff rather than holding on and asking questions and saying, wait, what did you say? You will not be surprised when you see other people have been blocked by her when they ask questions like this, because this is the mode that these people go into. It's prominent SJW mode. They will step out, they will tell lies, and then when they're caught in those lies, they will keep repeating it as if it's truth until it becomes truth, and then they will block anybody that dissents or that anybody that disagrees with them. That is the narrative that these people will come up with. So Grace Randolph is done. Anyway, this is the Ninja Knight. I hope you liked the video. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads. Interesting to see what happens with Star Wars going forward. I think they have made a very heavy slate, and we'll wait and see what goes on. Looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett. Good luck.